Welcome back everybody to Geology 101. In this section we cover surface water. And why is this relevant? Well, even though most of Arizona is desert, surface water, lakes, rivers, streams have a big part in both providing water for the public and also shaping the landscape of Arizona. Before we can get into more detail though, first we have to talk about the water cycle. So in our big Earth system diagram, we have officially moved over here, have our hydrologic cycle. What is our hydrologic cycle or water cycle? Well, hydrologic, right? Hydro is water, logic, logos, study of something. This is going to be the study of water. The hydrologic cycle describes the movement of water through different forms, solid, liquid, gas, and through different containers called reservoirs on the Earth's surface. This is primarily driven by energy from the sun, and it's important to note before we go any further, there is no start or end to it. It is a continuous cycle. Now, I said there's no start or end. You can start at any point, but it's easiest to start with the ocean, a big reservoir of water, and the first thing that happens is the sun heats it, causing it to evaporate, turn into a vapor. This vapor moves somewhere else, maybe on land, and condenses into clouds. These clouds then precipitate the rain back to the ground. There is a process called transpiration as well as land evaporation that help to return moisture back to the atmosphere system. Some of the water that rains down as precipitation reaches what's called the water table. We'll talk about in a bit. It infiltrates through this top layer of soil all the way down to the groundwater reservoir, and some of it returns to the ocean as surface runoff. Now, I have a list of key terms here. I'm going to assume you're familiar with evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Transpiration, I like to think of as plant sweating. So plants use moisture and water, but they return it right back to the atmosphere. It's not lost from the system. Surface runoff consists of water that flows in rivers or in sheets over land and returns to the ocean or some other reservoir, and infiltration is water that sinks down through the ground into the groundwater system. Right, so with this key background information out of the way, we can get to more detail. What is the water system like on Earth?